Hi, Marcia. You're finished with the work and have already left the office, right? Come to the high-class restaurant Wadai Tea, right? Now, please. What? You know where it is, right? Oh, yes. The owner of Wadai Thai is my friend of mine. So I know where it is, but why are you suddenly inviting me to dinner there, Mrs. Willis? I just happened to be able to get reservations there, so I thought you, me, and Alexis could go to dinner there. Is that so? What? You sound like you want to say something. Well, I just thought that it was strange of you to invite me like this to dinner. You know, I have allergies, right? It's fine. Just hurry up and come. Alexis is already here with me, and we're about to enter the restaurant. What? Really? The dishes aren't going to be served if everyone isn't here. I'll be there as soon as possible. Just hurry up. Hello, Mercedes. Long time no see. It's me, Marcia Willis. I just arrived at Wadai Thai earlier ago, but I was led to a different room than my associates. I was then told to contact you, Mercedes. Long time no see, Marcia. We haven't met since the middle school reunion party, right? Sorry for having to do this by text. I needed to visit my parents' house on urgent business, and I'm currently on the bullet train. It's all right. You were probably surprised to suddenly be contacted by me, because even though we were classmates, we weren't exactly that close. Oh, well, I was a bit surprised, but I knew you were the owner of this restaurant, Wadai Thai. I guess that it has something to do with the fact. Yes. Why was I led to a different room? I was supposed to have dinner with my husband and his mother here. I can hear my mother-in-law's huge voice, so I know she must be nearby. Marcia, you need to get out of here as soon as possible. What? You see, the reason I had you led to a different room was to temporarily hide you from your mother-in-law. Hide me? It seems your mother-in-law is trying to use the fact that you're allergic to crustaceans to put you in the hospital. Huh? One of my employees happened to overhear your mother-in-law on the phone while she was in the corridor. She was probably talking to a friend of hers or something. She's going to mix some crab soup powder in your food to make you have an anaphylactic shock and send you to the hospital. Then she plans to persuade your husband to divorce you by saying a woman as unhealthy as you won't be able to produce healthy offsprings. What? Our restaurant offers to remove any ingredients that our customers are allergic to from our dishes, so we were as careful as possible to remove any crustaceans today when we heard that you were allergic to them during the reservation. Excuse me, but did you only remove crustaceans from today's dishes? What? Yes. Were there any ingredients from the gourd family used? Yes, I think cucumbers and pumpkins were going to be used. Are you still not here, Marcia? We couldn't have waited any longer, so he had to bring them out just a few dishes. Hurry up and come. Don't eat that. What? Marcia, what's the meaning of this? You just barged into our room, forcefully took Alexis with you. Explain yourself. You just ruined our dinner at a high-class restaurant. Alexis is allergic to foods from the gourd family. What? It first started a year ago. I'm pretty sure I told you this already, Mrs. Willis. What? Didn't he just say actually me too when he found out about your crustacean allergy just to be nice to you? Besides, there's no way Alexis, who I raised to be a healthy child, has allergies. He's not like you who can't eat crabs or shrimp. It doesn't matter. We're not going to be having dinner with you at Wadai Thai anymore. What? Why you? Do you understand that this is a high-class restaurant? Do you know how much I paid for this? If you're unhappy, you can ask me to pay for all the expenses. We're just not going to be going eating anymore. Hold on, Marcia. Good morning, Marcia. How's your husband feeling? It seems that pumpkin was used in one of the sauces in the fish dish that we brought to your husband and his mother. I heard that he ate a bit of it. I'm sorry for having to make such a commotion yesterday, Mercedes. I brought him to the hospital for one night just to be safe. But thankfully, the allergic reaction was only a light one. Apparently, he noticed as soon as he put it into his mouth and spit it out, which was extremely fortunate. I see. I'm glad nothing serious came out of it. It's just a shame that this had to happen when you came to our restaurant as a customer. How should I apologize to you? Wadai Tai didn't do anything wrong. Your chefs removed all crustacean ingredients from the dishes just like they were told to. My husband also understands the situation and is saying that the restaurant itself is not at any fault whatsoever. Please don't be too harsh on yourself about it. Thank you. I, on the other hand, am extremely sorry for the behavior of my mother-in-law. If you want to do anything about the incident, then don't care about me or my husband and do everything you need to. Yes, we're going to be contacting your mother-in-law later on about this incident. Marcia, I was banned from ever going to Wadai Tai again because of you. I did a bit of asking around and apparently you're an acquaintance of the owner there. You probably told him some ridiculous lie about me, right? I'm honestly disgusted. Why did Alexis have to go and marry such a horrible person? This is divorce, I say. Divorce. I'm going to convince Alexis to divorce you. So at the end of the day, all you wanted was a reason for me and Alexis to get divorced, right? What? You were going to mix some crab soup powder in my food and cause me to have an anaphylactic shock, sending me to the hospital. Then you were going to tell Alexis such an unhealthy woman won't be able to bear healthy children? Divorce her right now? This was your plan, right? What? Why? Apparently one of the employees at Wadai Tai overheard you on the phone while you were talking to one of your friends in the hallway. I was being overheard? Well, you do have a huge voice, Mrs. Willis. If you were asking as loud as you usually do, then people would have heard that you were saying even if they didn't want to. I guessed as to who you were talking to on the phone and apparently they told you that you were going too far, but you just ignored their cautions. The restaurant as well. They removed all ingredients with crustaceans in them just as they were told, but had you mixed crab soup powder in the food just as you were planning to do. Then you wouldn't have just ruined all their efforts, but you would have disrupted their business as well. Had you succeeded, the restaurant would immediately lose its reputation. Do you understand that this could have gotten a lot more serious than just the divorce of one person? That's an exaggeration. But is it really an exaggeration? But there's no way my son has allergies. Because of your strange confidence that there's no way my son has allergies, you failed to take any precautions. That's the reason why Alexis had to be sent to the hospital, no? His allergic reactions appeared as soon as we left the restaurant, so we went straight to the hospital after we left. Luckily, nothing serious came out of it since Alexis noticed as soon as he put some of the sauce in his mouth and spit it out. But who knows what would have happened if he hadn't noticed and ate all of the sauce. You're lying. It's a lie. There's no way my son has allergies. I heard that one of the main reasons your husband divorced you was because you had this ridiculous pride in the strangest areas. What? After what happened yesterday now, I know what he meant. It seems that whatever I say to you is going to be a waste. So goodbye. Marcia, your apartment is completely empty. I asked your neighbor and they said that you moved the day before yesterday. What's the meaning of this? Huh? Did you come to our apartment or something? Didn't Alexis tell you that he didn't want to see you for the time being? You probably told Alexis some of your lies, right? His allergy to plants from the gourd family is probably just something in his head, and he's coming to actually believe after you telling him this and that. Which is why I brought him some roasted pumpkin and some pickled cucumbers. You what? He should be fine if he eats his mother's food and he's so familiar with. I'm so glad we moved. What? It was a mess since everything was so sudden, but I'm so glad we moved. What are you saying? I was just thinking about my son's happiness and health. Is that so? If that's your idea of making Alexis happy and healthy, then I'm afraid we're left with no choice but to cut ties with you. Cut ties with me? Isn't it enough for you just to disappear, divorce Alexis right now, and get out of our lives? I'm afraid what you're saying is impossible. Give me back Alexis. I'm currently pregnant. What? It's Alexis' child, of course. Is that so? My grandchild? If that's the case, then I'll be so kind as to live with you too. I'll forgive all your disrespectful actions towards me until now as well. Do you still not understand? What? My grandchild is going to be born, right? Make sure you give birth to a boy, alright? He needs to look like his father, Alexis. Of course. He also needs to be healthy and have no allergies just like his father. Do you understand? So you really don't understand. What? All this rate, you're going to kill all of us, the whole family. You scare us, to be honest. It seems that cutting ties with you is really the only option. Marcia? It seems Alexis has already blocked your account. What? I'm going to block you as well. Marcia? If you'll excuse me then, goodbye. My mother-in-law probably knows how allergies work, but due to her own strange pride and beliefs, she's probably unable to see reality as it really is, and has distorted view of it. This is what my husband said. Anyways, our child is going to be born soon, and we decided that having her anywhere nearby is dangerous. We moved to a monthly apartment as a temporary solution before we decided on what we want to do from now. By the way, my husband works from home, so once my quest to companies to move to a different office is granted, we plan on moving even farther away. That being close in that case, my mother-in-law is now all on her own. My husband says that we should talk to our relatives about this and put her in some sort of facility so that she doesn't harm anyone ever again. The day when she meets her son she loves so much and her grandchild may never come.
Hi, Mrs. Dawson. You know about the barbecue party the company is going to be hosting the day after tomorrow, right?
Good evening, Mrs. Hoffman. Yes, I heard about the party. Me and my family are going to be attending.
I see. If that's the case, then I want you to stay at my side and be my maid the whole day after tomorrow.
What? Your maid? Why would I do that?
Oh, you don't have to dress like a maid or something. Even if you are an acquaintance, the children will be scared and cry if they see you like that. Don't get any weird ideas, you pervert.
I don't know what exactly you had in mind, but please don't bother me with such ridiculous texts.
I'm the wife of the department leader. That's why you have to do what I tell you. I'm telling you that I'll give you an opportunity to work diligently under me as my personal maid at the barbecue party we're going to be having the day after tomorrow.
And what exactly do you want me to do?
Mainly cook the meat I'm going to be eating, probably. I also want you to make sure that I don't run out of drinks.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I can't do that.
What?
First of all, I don't understand why I have to be your maid at the party. The company-hosted barbecue party is supposed to be a fun event, where we get to know our fellow employees.
Huh? You're rebelling against me? The wife of the department leader.
Just because you're the wife of the department leader doesn't mean you deserve any special treatment.
You're an insolent bitch, Mrs. Dawson. Aren't you so poor that both you and your husband have to work in order to make a living? And still you talk like that to me, the wife of the department leader. Yes, our children are the same age and go to the same school, which is how we got to know each other. But it's only been 1 month since you moved into this neighborhood. To be honest, you're the lowest ranking mother in the neighborhood.
All we did was move to a new house, though. My child still goes to the same school as before.
But I'm the wife of the department leader of the company you work at. Don't tell me you don't understand the difference in our ranks. I'm going to make sure you do what I say at the barbecue the day after tomorrow. If you don't do what I say, then I'm going to report you to my husband, the department leader. After that, you won't be able to talk like that to me again. Mrs. Dawson, about your insolent speech yesterday. If you want to continue your relationship with me, your superior as a wife of the department leader of the company you work at, and as a fellow mother, then I want you to prepare for me premium grade A5 beef as an apology. Of course, you're the one who's going to pay for it, not me.
Good evening again, Mrs. Huffman. You're talking about meat for tomorrow's barbecue party, right? Bringing in your own food is banned at tomorrow's party.
What? Who decided that?
We were told this in advance.
Huh?
The company rented the venue, tools, and food for the barbecue from a local restaurant. It's the restaurant's rule. No matter how expensive or luxurious the meat is, you can't bring it into the venue.
I'm the wife of the department leader.
Yes, but the wives of the other high-ranking employees are also going to be coming to the party. And none of them are being as arrogant as you are right now.
Huh? Did you just say I'm arrogant?
Could you please understand already that you're not special and don't deserve any such treatment? So what if you're the wife of a department leader?
But
Goodbye, I'll see you tomorrow.
it's a fact that I'm still your superior. Prepare that grade A5 beef for me tomorrow or else. Hold on, Mrs. Dawson. Why, I told you to cook the meat for me at today's barbecue party. Just what do you think you're doing? The man standing next to you is a managing director, right? Why are you, the nobody, acting so friendly with him? What? And now a senior managing director as well? And now his wife too? When I tried approaching them, I was just casually brushed off. Why are they so friendly towards you? Just what exactly is going on here? I see. I understand now. You're jealous because I outrank you as the wife of a department leader, and are trying to use this company-hosted barbecue party as an opportunity to make connections with the higher-ranking employees of the company. You're even trying to get friendly with the wife of a senior managing director. There's no way I'm going to let you get away with this. You looked hilarious back there. When I threw that piece of hot meat on your arm, you screamed, "It's so hot! Hot!" The way you were panicking was so ugly and magnificent at the same time. I'm going to tell you this one more time. My husband is a department leader, which means that I, as his wife, outrank you, who is just a regular employee at this company. I graced you with a piece of hot meat, so be sure to eat it even if it fell on the floor. It's a shame I didn't hit you in the face, but I'm sure that this is enough to make you leave the party and not return. I made sure that no one saw me, so no one knows that I'm the one responsible. If you had enough, then don't think about rebelling against me ever again. Well, it looks like your insolent person has already left the venue. So I think it's time for me to return and enjoy the meat at the party. That reminds me, the new CEO who went into office just last month is supposed to deliver a speech, right? Apparently the new CEO is a woman, so I better make sure I befriend her and that she remembers me.
It's time for me to give said speech. So excuse me.
Why? This must be a joke, right? You're the new CEO, Mrs. Dawson?
Thanks for that little scene back there, Mrs. Huffman. You wasted such a good piece of meat. Such a shame. The hot meat you threw at me hurt a lot. But I applied cold water to the burn immediately, so luckily nothing serious became of it.
Why are you...
Why am I the new CEO?
Just what exactly is going on? I know for a fact that you were just a regular employee at the company my husband works at.
Oh, is that true? When did anyone say that I was a regular employee? Of course, it's true that I used to be just a regular employee, but it's already been 20 years since I joined this company.
20 years?
I was lucky enough to be chosen as the new CEO of the company.
Hold on, just how old are you, Mrs. Dawson?
You want to know my age? I'm 40 years old.
What?
I gave birth when I was 34 and have a son in the first year of elementary school. You also have a son in the first year of elementary school, right? What about it, though?
I thought you were younger than me.
Oh, is that so? You're 35 years old, right, Mrs. Huffman? I heard that there is quite the age gap between the department leader and his wife. But putting that aside, because you thought that I was younger than you assumed that I was just a regular employee at this company. You kept telling yourself that, and eventually it became a fact in your mind, right?
Well,
The barbecue party is about to end soon. I don't want to cause a commotion, so I'll end our conversation here and close the party. Let's talk about this again at a later time.
Actually...
Well then, goodbye for now.
Mrs. Dawson, answer my calls. I need to speak to you. Why didn't you tell my husband about the incident at the barbecue party? You don't even have any evidence. This is so unfair.
Actually, I do have evidence.
What?
You probably didn't notice at the time, but when you threw that hot meat at me, I was holding a camera in my hand.
What? Why were you holding a camera?
Of course, I was filming you when you threw that meat at me. The moment where you threw that hot meat at me from behind the barbecue grill was caught perfectly on camera, Mrs. Huffman.
Huh? That's so unfair.
I showed this footage to your husband, the department leader, which is why I sent you a request for an alimony yesterday. Did you not see it?
But I am so careful as to not leave behind any evidence. Why did you have to show my husband? Now the money I'm going to get as property distribution might decrease because of this. Hold on, I'm about to get divorced.
Not about to be divorced, but we're already divorced, no?
Huh?
This morning, the department leader told me face to face that he divorced you.
No way.
He went to the city office the first thing in the morning and turned in the divorce papers, apparently.
But today's a holiday, so I thought that he couldn't submit the divorce papers yet.
Official papers such as these can be turned in regardless of whether it's holiday or not, you know?
He's telling me to leave in 2 days as soon as he submits the papers. I was planning on talking things through with him and convining him not to divorce me this weekend. If he did submit the papers this morning, then that means that I'll have to leave before Saturday morning. How am I supposed to change his mind now? But my parents have already passed away, so I don't have a home anywhere. I have nowhere to go. I don't even have a salary since I'm a housewife. What do you expect me to do about this situation?
Why are you telling me this? It's none of my business.
I know. Let me stay at your house.
Huh?
You're the CEO of the company, right? It should be easy for you to support one extra person in your house. Friends need to help each other, right?
We aren't friends anymore. And I don't think we ever even were, actually.
What?
I heard that your husband got custody of your child. So, aren't really a mother anymore. I heard that they're going to be moving to the town nearby, which means that your child is going to be changing schools. No matter how you look at it, there's no reason for us to be acquainted anymore.
But...
Well then, I think it's time to end the conversation.
What? And what am I supposed to do? Wait!
I have to go. I'm going out for lunch with some of the other mothers.
What? Did you always decline when I was the one who invited you?
I couldn't help it. You always invited me to lunch on weekdays when I have work. Why did it always have to be a weekday? I go to tea and lunch, though, with the other mothers who invite me on weekends.
Huh? That's so unfair.
I don't quite understand what's unfair about it, but goodbye now.
What? No way this is true. Hold on, I haven't finished talking to you. Help me, Mrs. Dawson!
Two weeks later, Mrs. Huffman barged her way into the company office. The department leader went himself to deal with his ex-wife. Apparently, she told him that she now works at a job that comes with housing, but that she's more suited to being a housewife. She also said that you must be having a hard time, since no one does the household work anymore, which is why I'll let you marry me again. Of course, the department leader refused her offer, which is when she started screaming and going on a rampage. Some people were injured, and a police report was filed against her. Not only did she instantly lose all of the money she received in the property distribution of the divorce, because she had to pay money as an out-of-court settlement, but she was also forced to take on debt. It seems that she isn't getting along with the people at her new job either. And she lost her arrogant demeanor, and now mopes around, while always looking down.